everyone, and happy Financial Lit Tuesday! Back at it again every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m., where I bring you news, tips, and tricks and how to wealth up. So today, awesome discussion. Some of you may have heard, but this may be new information to you. But all in all, I'm going to be providing some amazing info. So for those of you tuned in, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the share button and make sure you are subscribed to the Sipping Wealth YouTube channel so that you don't miss any other Financial Lit Tuesdays. And I want to welcome you back for another episode. All right, y'all. So today, I'm going to go ahead and be talking about the housing market a little bit, right? So some of you may have already, like I said, came into knowledge about this, just hearing about the Bank of America program, but I'm going to shed some light on that as well. So I came across some awesome news, right? Now, this is with respect to people of color, that community. So last week, Bank of America actually launched out their initiative their no down payment initiative. So this is no down payment for mortgage programs for minority home buyers. All right, so they just started this on September 1st. So literally a few days ago at this point, right? So for those of you that know someone that's in the home buyer process or know someone that is interested, make sure you are hitting that share button. And also go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section so I know who's tuned in with me. You can be like, hey girl, what's up? All that good stuff, you know. All right, y'all. So Bank of America, like I said, is beta testing their no down payment mortgage program for minority home buyers. All right, y'all. So this program is specifically intended for first-time home buyers in predominantly Black and Hispanic neighborhoods. All right, y'all. So the benefits of this is to really offer mortgages that don't require an actual down payment or closing costs or a minimum credit score. So a lot of people, they get canceled out. Even a lot of people of color get canceled out immediately because they don't have the money for their closing costs or their down payment, or even the credit score. Their credit score is not the best to get approved for a home of their choice, right? So instead, Bank of America actually would factor in the applicant's overall financial character. All right. So how would they go about qualifying you? Of course, there's other specifics, so you do want to make sure that you're asking questions to your loan originator at Bank of America. But in a broader sense, they're going to be looking at the history of you making your rent payments. So your rent payments, your utility, your phone bill, your auto insurance payments, they want to make sure that you are making these payments on time. Why? Because if you're making those payments on time, then there's a more likely chance of you actually paying them on time as well, right? Especially because they're not actually pulling your credit score, right? So this Bank of America is actually intending for this program to narrow the gap between white people, white homeowners and minority homeowners, right? So because I'm going to get into some stats later, but basically there's a whole lot of white homeowners out there, and Bank of America want to make sure that Black and brown people are also getting approved for mortgage loans as well, especially because that gap is so huge. So you may have recalled, a few years ago in 2020 when Wells Fargo got that huge that press. So they actually said that 47% of Black homeowners who completed a refinance application with Wells Fargo in 2020 got approved nationwide, compared to 72% of white buyers. So that is huge. So only 47% of Black homeowners were approved, and then 72% of white buyers. So come on, so they're like, whoa. All right, now y'all. So what I'm about to say next is actually pretty incredible. Like I said, if you haven't hit that share button, you should have hit that share button. All right, so a lot of people were actually set back because of the pandemic, right? But the U.S. actually saw the largest annual increase in home ownership. All right. And this is during, since the pandemic, during and since the pandemic. Like, that's crazy, right? Like, people are like running out there. But even with that increase, um, somehow the African American community is lower than ever, like than the last decade. It's still lower than the last decade in the African American community. So that means we need more Black buyers, we need more Black homeowners, and this initiative can help do so. All right. So yes, it's still a mortgage, it's still a debt that you're gonna have to make payments on, things like that. It's a win-win situation for the bank and yourself and the home buyer. All right. So the bank gets a person that's going to make payments, interest payments, whatever the case may be, on a loan. Right. And then they get the initiative from the government for offering these grants and initiatives and things like that. But on the other hand, you have the home buyer that actually has the opportunity to own a home. So this is without the credit pool. This is without the without the heavy without them considering your credit score. This is without them considering whether or not you have money for a down payment. This is without putting, any of that. So this can help open up a lot of Black people into home ownerships. All right, y'all. So, give them the game. Hey, Rodney, what's up? Thank you, thank you. Hashtag sauce. Eni said, shameless plug, come and see me so I can put you in the house. Y'all go ahead and see Eni Akpabio, he got you. So Jacksonville's realtor, he's out here. He's also in the West Palm area as well. So he is servicing throughout the state of Florida. So if you're interested in purchasing a home, make sure you go ahead and see Eni Akpabio. Alrighty, y'all. So this program, I do want to mention that this program is rolling out for now, Miami, Florida, Charlotte, North Carolina, Los Angeles, Detroit, and Dallas. All right. So just in those areas that they're actually considering this. Yes, they're metropolitan areas, which I want to comment on that as well. All right. These are city areas where majority of the people that are purchasing in these areas, majority of the homes in these areas are priced relatively high because they're in the middle of the city, right? But this is giving those people, like I said before, those Black and brown people, an opportunity to own a home in these high traffic areas. All right. Yes, it's going to be, pretty penny to purchase a home in Miami, to purchase a home in Los Angeles, to purchase a home in Detroit, Michigan. So, but it does give the opportunity to do so. All right. So for my Miami clients, everyone around the nation, I am looking at y'all in this list. So right now, I do want to mention some programs that Bank of America is actually offering right now as well, that has been being offered by Bank of America that many people might not know of. All right, so Bank of America currently offers $10,000 or 3% of the purchase price down program. Okay, whichever is less. And then we have the second program is the America's Home Grant Program, and that's $7,500 that goes towards the closing costs. All right, now, like I said, these are programs that are happening nationwide. It doesn't matter which city that you're in. You just got to get in touch with a Bank of America loan originator to help you with that process. All right, but this program that I'm talking about right now is the no down program, and that's for first time home buyers, minority home buyers specific. Like they're targeting, but they're also now asking. They're not going to be asking whether or not the person is of a certain ethnic background, but this is targeting Black and brown people. Now, can white people slide in there? Technically, they can, because they wouldn't be asked whether or not they meet, they're part of the minority. They wouldn't be required to show any proof or anything like that. It would just be like, okay, we trust you. but it is targeting Black and brown people. All right. So there are limitations to the program. Like I said, it depends on where the resident is, where the property is. And also, you do want to see, it does have to be a primary resident. Of course, like I said, first time home buyer. And then you also have to remain in the property for a certain amount of time. So you do want to make sure while you're going through this loan process, if you're considering this, as an option, you want to make sure that you know all the stipulations that come with it, because yeah, you do have to be in there for some time and all that good stuff. All right, y'all. All right. As you know, the nature of my field, of course, y'all, is to make sure that you are up to date on different things and make sure that your loan worthiness is up to par. To make sure everything goes smoothly, y'all. So you do have to make sure that you're up to date on your taxes. Y'all, deadlines are coming up. If you did an extension for your taxes, deadlines, you have September 15th is your pass-through entity deadline. You have estimated tax payments coming up. And then for those of you that extended your 1040s, your individual tax filings, your corporate tax filing, you do have your deadline October. So look, if you haven't filed your taxes already for this program, you have to have updated taxes. And then also, because literally the deadline is weeks away, you do want to make sure that you get your taxes filed ASAP. All right. And then usually, just as a rule of thumb, lenders tend to require 2 to 3 years of your tax return. And then they do want an organized profit and loss statement if you're utilizing your business income. Maybe you're self-employed or whatever the case may be. They do require you to have an organized profit and loss statements. All right. So if you're like, ooh, I just kind of been working off Cash App. Go ahead, or Zelling, or however you've been doing your record keeping or haven't been doing your record keeping. You want to make sure that you get in touch with us. All right. So we can, at STA, we can go ahead and help you launch a bookkeeping system to help organize all that good stuff, clean up for the year. If you're like, oh, I don't have my paperwork in order to even start the home buying process, make sure that you reach out. You can hop on a free call and then we'll get you started. And of course, the service is not free. Come on, y'all. but we could definitely answer some preliminary questions for y'all. All right, y'all. I do also want to mention, that there is a mortgage tax credit. So the mortgage tax credit, specifically if you do have a mortgage tax certificate. Now, this is something that is that first-time home buyers can take advantage of, but it's a program that you do have to actually apply for, get the tax certificate, so that on your tax return, you can receive up to $2,000 per certificate. Now, this is a tax credit specifically, meaning it goes directly towards decreasing your tax bill. If your tax bill is $5,000, and the credit is $2,000, now you owe the IRS $3,000, and that's what the credit is. But it is an opportunity to help first-time home buyers get this certificate and also use it when they file their tax return to get either more money back or decrease the amount of taxes that they're paying. All right, y'all know what I'm here for, to help y'all keep more money in your pockets, okay? So make sure that if you do have any questions, concerns, if you're like, I don't know how to go about organizing my books, or I got to get my tax situation together, or I pay too much dang money in taxes. If any of those are the case, make sure that you're reaching out. I did want to make sure I touched on this topic today, especially because it's so fairly new. It's information that literally came out last week as far as BOA being able to offer this. Like I mentioned before, we have a realtor, Eni, that's ready to help you all with finding a home, and myself with helping y'all get organized as far as your financial documents. I have an amazing team ready to assist you all, and then making sure that y'all have the right loan originator to help y'all through the process as well. So y'all, if y'all have families, loved ones, make sure that you're hitting the share button, because this is huge, valuable information. You don't want to be the reason why somebody misses this opportunity when you could have just hit the share button. All right, y'all. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for tuning into another episode of Financially Lit Tuesday. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. where I bring you news, tips, and tricks on how to wealth up, y'all. Thank you.